Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable juries of the G20 Be Stronger Fast English Speech Contest, all participants, my dear friends, family, teachers, and viewers. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Thariq Dzakwan Pane from SMA 7 Bogor. First of all, I would like to say that it is an honor for me to be a part of this contest, a part of something which encourages younger generation to support and be involved in the Indonesia presidency of the G20 2022. Recover together, recover stronger. I really hope that this year's presidency will have a positive impact on our beloved country. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic that I will deliver in this speech is about why G20 matters. But before we get to that point, we need to know what the G20 is. The G20 is an intergovernmental forum comprising of 19 countries and the European Union, combining both developed and developing countries. It is founded in 26 September 1999 as a response to various financial crises that hit the world in the 20th century, and also to a growing recognition that some countries were not adequately represented in global discussion. The G20 countries together represent around 80% of global GDP, 75% of global exports, and 60% of the world's population. Now that we know what the G20 is, what is the purpose of the G20? Well, these are the primary objectives of the G20. First, to ensure policy coordination between its members, to ensure that fiscal, monetary, trade, and structural policies are collectively consistent and lead to a strong, sustainable, and balanced growth. The framework was introduced in 2009, which includes specifying the key elements of growth, agreeing to assess the G20 policies with the help of the International Monetary Fund and other institutions, as well as agreeing to discuss actions required in light of this assessment. Second, to address major global issues such as COVID-19 and climate change, which affects global economic growth. The G20 is responsible for 80% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. Since 2009, they have made 75 commitments on climate change. One of them is agreeing to cut methane emissions by 30% over this decade. As for COVID-19, the G20 helps in accelerating the world's recovery by providing valuable debt service relief and also ensuring the development, production, and distribution of medical treatments and vaccines. Third, to promote financial regulations that reduce risks and prevent future financial crises. The world was pulled out of the 2008 financial crisis with a comprehensive package of measures from G20 members, including budgetary and monetary aid, support for the banking sector, protection of global trade, and also a determination to safeguard the financial flows to emerging countries. Fourth, modernizing international financial architecture through the International Financial Architecture Working Group, which is a G20 working group that focuses on strengthening support commitments for low-income and vulnerable countries, as well as increasing resilience and promoting stability in the international financial system. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, G20 matters because of their strategic role in tackling global problems and securing future economic growth and prosperity. That's all for my speech. I hope that this can provide knowledge about why G20 matters and its meaning for Indonesia, which holds the presidency this year in 2022. Recover together, recover stronger. Thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.